Hi, this is Chris Smith, and as you might guess based on my forehead, today is Ash Wednesday. It's the beginning of a journey, and every year I've always appreciated this as a time of year to kind of renew myself, work on myself a little bit, open up my heart, get some priorities straight, things like that, as I prepare for the coming of Easter. This year I thought maybe I'll try to post some things throughout the 6.5 weeks between now and Easter and share a little bit about how the journey can help us to open our hearts up to joy. The teachings of my church have been focused on 3 different aspects of Lent: fasting, almsgiving, and prayer. But there's a way of looking at those things as a way of just opening ourselves up. As we're preparing for Easter, a time that's also associated in the Northern Hemisphere with spring, we can think about the time for spring cleaning, a kind of a cleansing. So that could be a cleansing of our bodies through the fasting from something like sugar or alcohol or something that's not so good for us. But it's really not a matter of just giving up candy like we did when we were kids. It's a form of embracing a self-discipline that helps to transform us. And so I find that when my own willpower is weak, the fact that it's something I have dedicated myself to do for Lent makes it easier to not give into the temptation to drop the form of self-discipline that I've chosen. So this year I will work on cleansing my body of sugar, but I will also, and more importantly, I'm going to focus on giving up negative talking, negative complaining or whining or anything like that. Yes, I hate to admit it, but I do that sometimes, mostly just to my husband, but him most of all. I probably don't want to have subjected to that. And there is a transformation that comes from giving up something like that, and that would be to catch myself when I'm starting to go into that kind of negativity and instead appreciate all of the beauty around, all of the things I have, the opportunities and the blessings. Secondly, almsgiving is really a giving of oneself. So it's a time for greater kindness, perhaps something like writing letters or cards or notes of appreciation to people to let them know that you're thinking about them, that you care about them, or how their presence in your life has been a blessing. Also, perhaps going out of your way to make a meal for someone, either a special meal for your own family members or a meal for somebody who is dealing with sickness of a loved one or of themselves, or just to perhaps even invite somebody who is alone to come over for a meal or to go out for lunch or something like that. Doing favors, making donations, meeting special needs. All of these are ways of giving of our heart, which is a giving of ourself. Thirdly, praying. For me personally, I always start my days with quiet time of prayer and journaling and reading the Bible and reflecting and all of that. But this year for Lent, I'm going to make a practice of doing a nightly review of how my day has gone, and particularly how have I done with giving of myself, disciplining myself, and in ways that I've fallen short of what I was hoping to do, to repent about that, to pray and tell the Lord I'm sorry. So I invite you to check out my Facebook page, or to friend me and have it come into your Facebook feed, so that you'll be able to get a lot of these messages. Some will be much shorter and not in video, but I'm going to try to put these on regularly during this time of leading up to opening our hearts to joy. And of course, that's the joy that comes from the resurrection, from our own transformation, and from knowing that we are so beloved of God. Thanks for joining me, and I wish you a wonderful journey through Lent. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.